Well, welcome everybody. We are here in New York. We meaning Shep and myself, and I know some of you have camped out this way before, so thanks for joining me. This is it's a pretty exciting night. This is 24. This is the big 2-4 out of the big 4-8. So thanks for being a part of this. I had a couple of moments where I was a little, I was a little teary-eyed. I don't know. It might not seem like a big deal, and it just seems like once I get everything set up, it's like, well, I'm just playing shows, but it's just really incredible what goes into them. And I never dreamed it would be what it is. But my ultimate dream is to do it with more grace each time, and I'm slowly getting there, and really loving it. Just having, just learning so much about this lifestyle. And I think, well, would I want to live my life like this for the rest of my life? I could actually do it. Just do state parks, or go to Central America, go to South America. I mean, the possibilities are truly endless. So I do love it. And wherever we are in life, there's going to be moments of challenges and adversity, and moments of bliss. It doesn't matter if we stay in one spot our whole life or if we travel. So I'm going to see how we're going to... oh, there we go. Hello, Dean, and hello, Allie. And yeah, Shep says hello as well. Pretty sure he's sleeping right now. But it's good to see that I can see the comments. That's not always the case. How are you feeling, Allie? Any better? I hope so. Yeah. So the weather feels very close to what it would be in Toronto right now. Just that kind of, I guess that's no big shocker. We're pretty close. Pretty close to Toronto. Might be the closest I'll ever be. And I think this is the end of doing, a state in an hour. I'm heading out tomorrow actually to head my way across New York and then into a sliver of Pennsylvania before I hit Ohio, and I just Google mapped it, and yeah, it's like 7 hours to the end of New York. It's like, wow, okay. I'm gonna have to get my driving legs back. So yeah, it's been what an experience just to go through all these states, and you kind of get a feel for them. You hear about them growing up, and then you're like, oh, this is what South Carolina's like. Oh, right, this is Tennessee. So it's been absolutely amazing. We'll wait a couple more minutes before we get into a song. Hello, Amy. I think I see Amy there as well. And yeah, so yeah, this is it. This is the fifth wheel. That is, boy, when it works, it's a real dream. And I'm just so happy. Whatever copious amounts of caulking I put on in Alabama have withheld the torrential rain we've had here in the last couple of weeks. So it's been wonderful. So yeah, maybe some of you can let me know. This is my second official show where I'm doing obviously a cover, and I'm doing it through my Facebook business page. And from what I understand is once you've paid for it, you can watch it afterwards, but you have to pay for it before the show starts. I don't think you can pay afterwards. I don't think it's a retroactive thing. Let me know if I'm getting that right. That feels right to me, but I want to make sure I can give people all the information they need to know so they can watch the shows. But yeah, Upon to one day be a queen, chasing distant treasures to bring diamonds to a house of gold. Blinded by diamond eyes, bounded by the chasing life, she never saw what she had. Live while you can, win lost the same. The ebb and flows come and go, it's how your heart remains. Live while you can. In younger days, she would believe in the crazy places hearts can lead, but now second guesses why. Live while you can, win or lost the same. The ebb and flows come and go, it's how your heart remains. And when the wind finds sleep in shade, the rain washes gray and the sun lights up the ground. She finds a new way out, makes a way through the rubble, understands why the trouble crashed her walls on down, so she could see. Live while you can, win or lost the same. The ebb and flows come and go, it's how your heart remains. When the wind finds sleep in shade, the rain washes gray and the sun lights up the ground. She finds a new way out, makes a way through the rubble, understands why the trouble crashed her walls on down, so she could see. Upon to one day be a queen, chasing distant treasures to bring diamonds to a house of gold. All right. I talk so much about breaking habitual patterns. I have a hard time not playing that song first. It's my favorite song to sing first. It's like a vocal warm-up. I wrote that song actually when I was in London, Ontario, probably circa 2010. So it's been around a while, and again, I'm amazed that I've been singing this song for so long, and it's not until lately that people are really commenting on it. So it's just amazing how you just never know. I think a lot of these things are timing, but I'm glad a few of you really like that song. It's a great song to sing. Oh wow. Okay, so I just so you know, I do have to do a little bit of a refresh with the finger here to get the old. That sounded bad. I have to do that to get the comments resuscitated there because I don't see them in real time. I don't know. They're coming through, so and I can see who's watching. I can see the thumbs up and the heart. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. So there you go. I'm going to do a song now that, again, I brought back. Speaking of resuscitating, I brought this one back. I used to sing it a lot when I did my concerts with some strings and choirs and stuff. And there's a solo version of this one on the album Sliver of the Sun. And I think it's the last track. It's called Castle Walls. not of castle, the prince will surely fall. We could live outside castle walls. And once upon a time, I was unbothered by it all. And now I know that no one walks on this land alone. But you don't know why you're leaving here. You think it's me, it's what I see in you. Why don't you love? Why don't you feel? Why don't you let my heart heal you with these eyes? We could cry those tears away. I used to live in tomorrow. I was never here today. Excited by the lies that lie ahead of me. Halfway through, we're almost done. Our time is not in stone. Let's live our lives beside our lives. Let's live till we grow old. You don't know why you're leaving here. You think it's me, it's what I see in you. Why don't you love? Why don't you feel? Why don't you let my heart heal you with these eyes? We could cry those tears. We could cry those tears away. We could answer to the call that's coming into our lives to find love our way, not what we have learned. To find love our way, not what we have learned. And in the years when we knew we could rise above it all, we can still be there here. And why don't you love? Why don't you feel? Why don't you let my heart heal you with these eyes? We could cry those tears away. Why don't we love? Why don't we feel? Why don't we lend our hearts to be healed? To find love our way, not what we have learned. To find love our way, not what we have learned. All right, thank you very much. That is Castle Walls there. My neighbors at the campground have just shown up, and I'm sure they're wondering what the hell is going on. And they've got a dog, of course, so making sure Shep doesn't go into wolf mode. Yeah, so that's a song called Castle Walls. All right, yes. All right, this next song I'm going to do is something from, again, a couple of albums. It's called Sweeper Man. I haven't done this one in a while. And again, this was, for a while, some people's favorite song. has a bit of a swing feel to it. It was off the album Southern California Sessions. Again, that was the one where we had the drummer from Train on that one, and he played on this. I mean, he sounded like, if you go to the catalog, you can hear the track, of course, streaming on my Bandcamp, and he sounds like a drum machine. And I'll always remember that session because I just returned to LA, which I've done many, many times, and went to the studio, and it's like we had Scott Underwood we had him for about 4 hours, and it was like, that was it. So let's just see what we can get done. And it was just come in, and he would just listen to the track and listen. Okay, let's lay it down. Listen to the next one, lay it down. So it was just a great experience to see a real pro. And I had some great experiences with a lot of pros in there. We just had, as you can imagine, in LA, there's just a lot of really great session people. And that's what really made that album. They're all session people who just came in. It was just a trial and error thing of, okay, what works? All right, let's try congas. All right, that didn't work. Let's try this. And it's a real great experience when you do that. It's the magic of the studio and the creative process. Okay. Twisted tall, your heart's on the floor. Am I the sweeping man catching your fall? Grieving's never easy, you're always alone, unless someone can lighten your load. And I hold you like I hold forever. There's a strength in knowing that there'll be no more falling apart. Was I wrong, lonely buying what the loneliness sold to me? Lay with me, lie not to me, am I wrong? I'm a sweeping man catching your fall. You can cry with me and try to tell me how you feel. I will listen, love, but I won't let you down. You wanted a bridge to guide you across, anything to take pain away. But if pain lives inside you, that pain will come find you. When it does, dear, where will you run? And I hold you like I hold forever. There's strength in knowing that there'll be no more falling apart. Was I wrong, lonely buying what the loneliness sold to me? Lay with me, lie not to me, am I wrong? I'm the sweeping man catching your fall. You can cry with me and try to tell me how you feel. I will listen, love, but I won't let you down. This could be forever and a day. Forget past the past, who plays havoc inside our world today. From the shadows of Eve. Well, these tears are yours and mine to climb over the walls we built. You can lay with me, lie not to me, am I wrong? I'm the sweeping man catching your fall. You can cry with me and try to tell me how you feel. I will listen, love, but I won't let you down. I'm the sweeping man catching your fall. I'm the sweeping man catching your fall. All right, thank you very much. That is Sweeper Man. So as you know, I like to listen to a lot of different little clips, little blurbs about life from different people. You know, as someone once said to me, back in Toronto, actually, when I was first getting into music, you know, she took me aside and said, you know, everyone's going to have their opinion. You just extrapolate what is truth. And I think that's pretty much a golden rule for life. Everyone's going to say something. But this one came up on my feed today. That's what I do when I walk my dog. I'm just listening to a lot of positive stuff. And again, you know, I'm on a certain path, and we're all on a certain path. And two things I heard recently. One of them was, you know, we come to Earth School to learn a few important lessons, and all our lessons are different. And I think that's why there is this feeling of we are in this together, but we're on different levels of I guess school, or different, not higher or lower, just we've chosen like 3 or 4 things. Okay, this is what this life is going to be about for me. And I think that's really cool, because if you look around you, it just feels like everybody, we share a lot of the same emotions, and it just seems like there are certain obstacles or challenges or things that people are, you know, have to learn. And so that was really interesting. And the other one was, I remember Tony Robbins talking about this, and I've heard this before. You know, we're all trying to get that thing, right? Whatever it is you're, you know, at work, maybe you want that promotion, maybe you want that, you know, you want to become CEO, maybe you want, I don't know, whatever it is you believe the next level is that will bring you happiness. And the great thing, and a lot of it, for a lot of people, is money. Oh, if I just had this, then I'd be set. But it's, the whole point is that we have to be happy with what we have right now. That's the whole idea, and that's the magic. And I've heard this, and I do believe it to be true, especially in my life. It has been, you know, it's just been this roller coaster. And was I happier when there was more money in the bank, or I was singing for 1,000 people as opposed to 12 or 15? And I've always said it many times, is that no, there's no difference for me. The money in the bank is just an illusion anyway. What is it? It's just a number. It's just something that's there. But we have to be happy with what we have, and that just forces us to have gratitude, I think, more with everything in life. And as a result, that's what the law of attraction is based on, which is somebody else was talking about, which is when our happiness, our resting place, is just in a happy zone, that is the power of manifestation. So it's an interesting cycle, and I get fascinated by it, because it is a evolutionary science. We're figuring it out, and I love listening to stuff about how the world is formed and how we got here and how many trillion years the Earth is, and simultaneous realities going on. And the reality is, when we read that science book in grade 9, I mean, that doesn't exist anymore. I mean, we just keep moving forward and trying to figure stuff out. So it's cool stuff. Enough of that. Any requests out there? I'm going to give this thing a rattle the cage. Okay, yes, thank you, Andrea, for the plug there. Buy the catalog. Yeah, buy the catalog, or buy a song, or buy an EP. Or buy a shirt if you still haven't. I think most of the people who are watching tonight have shirts, or multiple shirts, so I thank you for that. I think we only have about a week left for this campaign, and we're still quite low. We're shy of the minimum, so I'm going to press hard next week. Well, I'm packing my bags, heading out to the wind. A storm cloud blowing, that's where I begin. Feel the rain on my face, weight on my limbs. The long road is a long way home. Well, I've been talking to people in places I've been. The light on the answer seems pretty dim. Run out of land, learn how to swim. The long road is a long way home. Well, I've been doing time in my mind since I turned the key. I've been living on the side of the road, and all gas stations free. When it's a long road, the long road don't come easy. But truly, Julie, movement, unanswers, thoughts, confusing feelings, packing your bags off for free. Well, we're all coming here with something to prove. Some of us have to win, others have to lose. It starts with that white, bright or dark hues. The long road is a long way home. Well, I've been doing time in my mind since I turned the key. I've been living on the side of the road, and all gas stations free. When it's a long road, the long road don't come easy. But truly, Julie, movement, unanswers, thoughts, confusing. Well, I've been doing time in my mind since I turned the key. I've been living on the side of the road, and all gas stations free. When it's a long road, the long road don't come easy. But truly, Julie, movement, unanswers, thoughts, confusing feelings, packing your bags off for free. All right, thank you very much. That's one of my favorite songs to sing. It's been quite prevalent throughout this tour. And I'm still trying to record, and I did a post the other day for It's Getting Late. That seems to be the favorite. Well, you know, people like The Dancer as well, and people all have their favorite song, and I respect that. So I have to pick one because I just don't think I'm going to have a lot of time, and maybe somehow, some way I'll record after the tour. Perhaps I could always end up in LA, although I always say I'm never going back to that crazy city, never. And then I'm back there. The truth is that there's just so much talent. There's so many people there who can help get the job done right. It's just a terrible place to live. I don't know. Have you guys ever lived there? Let me know if you lived in Southern California. San Diego is a whole other story, which is quite a beautiful place. But California in general is just so riddled with, you know, HOA and rules and laws and regulations. You can't do this and you can do this, and it's so different than a place like, you know, I don't know, Tennessee. It's a little more liberal there. Anyway, yeah. Keep those photos coming too. I love seeing them. They're great. I love how people can put this stuff on their television. That's really cool, instead of having to stare at a small little screen on their phone. All right, Allie, since you brought that up, let's see how it goes. saw that one, Amy. You want Outer Space Rides. I might do that one later. We'll see. I've yet to do that one on this guitar, but I will give. Let's throw in a cover there. Let's do Cats in the Cradle. I know Elliot just requested that one, so you said it as if you haven't heard it before, so this will be new to you and kind of new to me too, because I haven't played it in a while. Sun arrived the other day, came to the world in a usual way. There were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. Before I knew it, he was talking. When it grew, he said, I'm gonna be just like you, Dad. I'm gonna be just like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue, man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Sun turned 10 the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, come on, let's play. Can you teach me how to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. And he said, okay. As he walked away, his smile never dimmed. I'm gonna be just like him. I'm gonna be just like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue, man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. From college the other day, he looked so much like a man. I just had to say, can you sit down for a while? He just shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really love, Dad, ought to borrow the car keys. Nice to see you, can I have them please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue, man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son moved away. I called him up the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I had the time. You see, the new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as we hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue, man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time. Then okie doke, that's Harry Chapin. I think people always think Cat Stevens because Cat's in the Cradle, same era, but that was Harry Chapin. Great song. That's all I want. That's all I want. Just want to write one song that just sticks around for a while. That I go to the mailbox and open it up, and there's a check in there because it's on a new TV show or a movie. That's all. I don't think that's much to ask. So speaking of which, I actually filmed another Jimmy Fallon video today. I always seem to do it right before I need to shave and shower, so I'm always looking around 75 years old, but I just do it when I feel inspired. Anyway, it was great. I think I'll use it and I'll throw it out there. But again, that's back to the whole thing we're talking about with, this manifestation, apparently Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check and then 5 years later cashed it type of thing. And he's a believer in that. Which brings me back, though, to what I was talking about earlier. I don't think you can just manifest things because you want them. And that was the other thing Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's no longer with us, had mentioned. He goes, and somebody else said this as well, we don't get what we want. We get what we are. And so we have to... which means I think we can't be these miserable pieces of garbage and expect to be attracting, incredible amounts of abundance. And I don't mean garbage in a derogatory sense, but that's the whole idea. We have to raise our vibration level, become what we want, and that is what attracts. And I thought that was very, very interesting. I think I will do Staring Ceilings at some point as well. Okay, two votes for Outer Space Ride. You guys are making this tough. I'll do it a little bit later. But yeah, keep the requests coming. It's good to see. There's a bit of a delay, so I have to again scroll up and down to see it. But again, I'll see what I can do. Don't know if I have a new friend here who I met I did that show in Vermont, which was a lot of fun. I really liked it. It was just nice to be inside with the acoustics, and I don't know if they're there watching. They said they were going to drop by tonight, but it was a great soul. And I think one of the biggest perks about this tour, is I am meeting so many incredible people along the way. It doesn't happen every day, and sometimes not every week, but I just am so blessed to meet so many great people, and I'm grateful for that, because that's what really makes the difference. When you feel welcomed to a place or even a state, I mean, it's amazing. You'll pull in, and if you get really edgy people or bad experiences right away, it can really tarnish your your vision of that place or your impression of it. But I've been very, very blessed with that. So. There's a song called It's Getting Late. The curtain goes up, we rock the room over to the whiskey. Man, those were the days, waking up, put on my clown shoes twisting air for animal balloons, and it's getting late. There's no one left to blame. Will I have what it takes? Can I make my own breaks? I'm still not afraid. 'Cause if I die alone, another story taken by the road, another dream dreamt untold, and it's getting late. On my own, I played 1,000 shows, then filled that stage with choirs and bows. Those were the days I used to feel how it feels to win. And I've learned to take a few on the chin, and it's getting late. There's no one left to blame. Will I have what it takes? Can I make my own breaks? Still not afraid. 'Cause if I die alone, another story taken by the road, another dream dreamt untold, and it's getting late. And it's getting late. And I've become a country song, a motor home, a truck, a dog. These are the days I used to fill my veins with fear. Now I'm heading up to the stratosphere, and it's getting late. There's no one left to blame. Will I have what it takes? Can I make my own breaks? I'm still not afraid. 'Cause if I die alone, another story taken by the road, another dream dreamt untold, and it's getting late. There's no one left to blame. Will I have what it takes? Can I make my own breaks? I'm still not afraid. 'Cause if I die alone, another story taken by the road, another dream dreamt untold, and it's getting late. And it's getting late. All right, thank you. That, I know, it feels like I'm tap dancing. I'm doing all these little little pedals. That is, of course, it's getting late. All right. I can't avoid it. I got to do it. It's outer space ride. So those who haven't heard this song, this is all about. It's all about, like it's a normal story, but a spaceship lands on a Kansas farmer, Kansas farmer's field and they become friends, and the alien takes the farmer throughout the universe and essentially shows him a better way of life, shows him secrets from the great beyond that he can come back to save the earth. So maybe it was a premonition, maybe this happened, we don't know. I actually watched that movie the other day. I watched Signs just to see that again. There's some nice little moments in that. Stainless steel, smoke is rising. Who's behind the door? Did you leave circles in Iowa down to Tennessee shore? And why Kansas City do you want from me? Have you come in peace? Are outer space rights free? Have I been blind? How long have you been here? And tell me of your kind. Do you smell fear as we keep holding on to everything fleeting? Is bleeding us, pleading for more? Far beyond the dotted skies, show me where you've been, and mysteries of the universe unveil their lucid dreams. And far beyond Orion's arm, light years in the billions away, brought me hope to bring back to this blip on the Milky Way. Have I been blind? How long have you been here? And tell me of your kind. Do you smell fear as we keep holding on to everything fleeting? Is bleeding, I'll stay here, 'cause my hands are not clean. And ancestors of mine, I think you know what I mean when I say we're growing slowly. We have hearts of gold, but sold them for copper and beads. I watch you fly away. Did I miss my last chance? And will I see Earth's final hour, the epilogue sky dance? And 10 years ago you showed me a better way of life. Since then I've returned to recover, repair what we let slide. Have I been blind? How long have you been here? And tell me of your kind. Do you smell fear as we keep holding on to everything for more. All right, thank you. That is Outer Space Rides. All right. Janine really likes this. Okay. Third vote. Jennifer. Well, my pleasure. I'm glad I played it. Yeah, it was fun to play. I haven't played that one in a while. It's easy to sometimes forget songs. I get in the habit of playing a few, and then I haven't played this one in a while either, which was released right before I released Outer Space Rides. So just a couple of housekeeping things. If you're new to what I do, obviously you know I'm doing this 48-state tour. This is a big night. That's why we have so many people around. Actually, what we have are gargantuan trees. Once again, it's beautiful. And I'll just say it one more time. If you're going to RV, this is what you want to do. You want to go to state parks. They just never let you down. It's just so peaceful. My neighbors are probably saying, well, not with you singing. Well, I'm almost done. But it's just the most beautiful pieces of land always. So I always talk about that. But yeah, I'm doing a 48-state tour. This is 24. I'm in New York. I'm just south of Albany, and I will begin the second half of my tour the second the show is done, obviously. And I'll be going to Ohio, and then I'm going to go to Michigan, and I think Illinois, something like that. I got to look at the map again and make my way. Probably end up in Washington at the very end, or California. Something like that. So thanks for being part of this. My YouTube page has a lot of the live shows up there, so please subscribe to that. And you can see a lot of the old concerts that I've done along the way. I do eventually post the concerts, but now that we're doing these paid events, it's going to be quite a while before I put the whole thing up there, if I ever do. And I usually just take a song or two from each show and put it up there. So yeah, thanks for being here, and if we're not on Facebook as friends yet, make sure that happens. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing and getting the word out there. It really helps. So we get a lot of requests for this song as well. And let's see if there's any other requests out there. Dean, who's Janine? I'm curious. I don't know who Janine is, but I'm glad she really likes something. Maybe it was Outer Space Rides. I think I said lightning, right? So let's go back to lightning. Looking back on roads we've walked on my troubled path, I made every footprint all on my own, and I found reason in stormy seasons. I made my peace with my shouldered angel on my left, devil right. We've all seen things that's brought us to our hands and knees, but do we know when to give up, when to let go? And it comes down to what we decide to do in those moments when we want to fly away. And there's a tomorrow if we wanted to break on through what's holding you down. Reach for those hearts touched by the sun. And there's a tomorrow and people who to believe and believe in you. Reach for your light, lightning inside, light up your life. We've come to a place without blame, and we make the best of the scar dealt to ourselves. There's a tomorrow if we wanted to break on through what's holding you down. Reach for those hearts touched by the sun. And there's a tomorrow and people who to believe and believe in you. Reach for your light, lightning inside, light up your life. Reach for your light, lightning inside, oh, light up your life. All right, thank you very much. That is, of course, Lightning. That's that's one of my favorite recordings from the studio as of late. I did that one. I haven't done a studio recording in a long time. There was a time I'd release an album every year and a half at the latest, but it's been a while, and the temperature of the music industry has changed where you don't necessarily need to release albums, and now it's singles or whatever you want to do. But as I've mentioned many times, I do want to get back in the studio. Probably at the end of this tour makes the most sense. And I will definitely have comprised a lot of data from everybody who has been chiming in on what they like to hear. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm catching up here to all these comments. Yeah, Ali, it would be great to see you in the Midwest. We'll keep in contact as we always do. I'm not sure where that will be or where I'm going to go. I have to make a choice at some point whether I got to still hit Kentucky. I got to get Arkansas as well. And so I got to figure out when I'm going to do that. I'm not sure. My goal is to never backtrack on this tour, so I'm figuring that out. But I don't even know where I'm going to play in Ohio quite yet. So that's where I'm at. I just have to get that taken care of. So I'll do one or two more. I know we've reached the 8 o'clock marker. And again, thank you everybody. It's been a really what a great experience. And one of the things that I mentioned in this video that I'm going to post about Jimmy, because people will say, why are you doing this? And I think a lot of people, we're in a society where it's about results. It's about tangible results. Well, why are you doing this tour? What do you want to happen from this tour? It's like, it's like people who come up to you and say, well, what do you do? What do you do for a living? it's already happened what I want to have happen on this tour. I get to do what I love, and of course there's a price to pay to do that, but I get to do what I love. But even on a deeper level than that, I just love the idea of a challenge. And again, a lot of the stuff I read about, and a lot of the stuff I read, a lot of the stuff I hear, it's just all about that. It's about seeing what you're made of, and and again, there could be circumstances that could absolutely just say your tour is done at state 34. But my new philosophy with this whole thing is that if I can get up and if I can get to that next state, then that's what I'm going to do. And so I have days like that where it's just like, okay, I just got to go. And it was after I stayed at Walmart. I don't recommend, so here's what I don't recommend you as an RVer. I know it's quite alluring. It's free to stay in Walmarts for the most part. Not all Walmarts for sure, but apps will tell you. There is an energy there. It's an unescapable energy, whether you're in the furthest corner of the parking lot or whether you're in the children's section and hearing the screaming children. It can be a really great place, and I actually am very thankful there's a Walmart, because as an RVer, I can get my RV needs met. I can get motor oil if I need to, and of course groceries, and a shirt for 55 cents, which is also quite wonderful. Anyway, but if you stay too long in those parking lots, it can drag you down. So yeah, don't do that. Get to a state park sooner than later. So this is the dancer. Like the demolition, show me behind your wall. The dance of premonition, we'll catch each other's fall. Well, I'm wide awake and I just can't take you not here in my arms. I've been broken, are you? Keeping your side of the bed open, warm, hoping you crawl in. Instead of this confession, getting lost in our hearts, guarding fences. It scares me to death to tell you I don't wanna live without you, 'cause I've been broken, are you? Let's sit down another round. Every fighter has an end. Can we be humbled, rise above, wiser, not pretend? And I don't mind killing time and getting lost in you, 'cause I've been broken, are you? Keeping your side of the bed open, warm, hoping you crawl in. Instead of this confession, getting lost in our hearts, guarding fences. It scares me to death to tell you I don't wanna live without you. 'Cause I've been drowning in this sea of emptiness, and time's been thieving what your scars can't forgive. Can we imagine for a moment we can polish time and memories that hold us back can become gold to shine. And are you terrified to tell me you cannot live without me? 'Cause I've been broken, are you? And I've been broken, are you? Like me, I'm keeping your side of the bed open, warm, hoping you crawl in. Instead of this confession, getting lost in our hearts' garden fences. It scares me to death to tell you I don't wanna live without you. 'Cause I've been broken, are you? Broken too. All right, thank you very much. That is The Dancer. All right, Kitchener. All right, yeah. Yeah, that was another life. But I did spend a lot of time in Kitchener and Waterloo. You're welcome, Jennifer, and thanks for joining me. And everyone, thanks for joining me. I'll do one last song. Is there any last requests? I said Staring Ceilings. I could do that one. Bye Bye So Long. I haven't played that one in a while. Those are two. Let me know what you think. What do you want to hear? I'll just flip this thing so I can see. Thank you. I love ABBA. If you don't like ABBA, I don't trust you. How can you not like ABBA? They're incredible songs. That's the thing. If you strip these songs down, the ABBA songs, they're genius songs. I remember reading in one of the comments from, you're deep in the rabbit hole when you start reading people's comments about a song on ABBA on YouTube. Deep. And they're like, what if there was a band that only wrote hits? That was them. I mean, really, they were all hits all the time. A 10-year span, and they just absolutely destroyed it. So good for them. It was amazing. Truly, truly amazing music they gave the world. Okay, let me just do a quick, and then if I don't see any suggestions, I'm just going to pick one. All right, there it is. Bye Bye So Long. You got it. And again, guys, thank you for sort of coming across the bridge with me to this new era of my tour, where not only I've got 24 states left, but now that we're charging a cover, it felt right, like everything in this tour. Well, making shirts felt right, and the idea of doing the tour felt right. So all I have to go on is my feeling of, I don't just get reactive and have an idea and go, that's what I'm going to do. I sit with it, and that one really came up. And as I said earlier today, it's like, I would really be a happy dude if I would just travel around in this. I'm going to upgrade at some point, but right now it's sweet. And just do this for the rest of my life, and whatever else happens, happens. But I think I'd be pretty happy. So my goal is to make this sustainable on some level. I'm providing service and just, and getting something in return. It's amazing how little it really takes for me to have an existence. But there has to be something coming in. So that's why it's not just a tour, it's perhaps a template for the next for the next tour after this. And maybe it won't be just a tour, it'll just be a way of life where I'm going to travel to different places and provide shows, whether maybe I'll be in Nebraska one day and then the next show will be in Texas, and it won't really matter. It's just I'm on the road and providing these shows. And that's my goal, I think. I've got other goals as well, but I'd be very happy doing that. So, bye-bye so long. It's been over a year. Couch is where I sleep. On my third call, given to me. I think I'm at the end, and driving back from the show, and hit from behind, and spinning out of control. And bye-bye so long, and farewell my friends. I thought I would be here forever. Forever showed me how. Forever ends by so long. I've seen the fall like a broken dam, and I've watched desire kill half the man. I never thought it'd be me, the one you would read about, the one who was dealing with struggle, finding some answers life chose to check out. I was living hand to mouth, and never knowing each week and where I would be in tomorrow. I'd always followed what always set me free by so long. Living on the road longer than most, sleeping under the stars. We were sleeping alone, and how she loved a man, and how I loved her back, but she was loving a ghost. Now it's all she had, and bye-bye so long, and farewell my friends. I thought I would be here forever. Forever shown me how. Forever ends by so long, and farewell my friends. Thought I would be here forever. Forever shown me how. Forever ends. All right, thank you for being here tonight. As always, love hearing from you during the week. Thanks for all the shares. Thanks for the tips. Thanks for buying a t-shirt. Thanks for loving what I do. And thanks for getting something from this. I assure you I get something from it too. I look forward to seeing all of you. My next show in Ohio, I don't know exactly when that will be, but most likely sometime next week. Will not be on the weekend. Pretty sure about that. Okay, guys, all the very best. I'm going to do a quick swipe here so I can see. Okay. Yeah, it's really, it does look like the mothership at night when I come back to it. It's this big this big light. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna go walk the dog. And yeah, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. See you soon.